Guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in the past couple videos you've seen that I did an overview on the 2025 drift build, which is the LS SWAT Scion FRS. Then we put the RSX Type S rear sway bar end links on the front of our car to get rid of any kind of bind at angle. Last video you seen that we installed the PowerTune digital dash in the FRS. Now I'm still working with that, still trying to figure it out, getting it the way I want and everything, but it seems to be a really good piece, especially for the price. So I'll give you an update in another video. Let's walk outside and do a quick snow check. So everything is finally starting to melt off. We've had a couple days here in the 50s and everything is starting to thaw out. You can actually see the E36, which is kind of the backup loaner drift car, the 240, which is going to get the JZ that we picked up, and then the Midnight Purple 3 wrapped 370Z with the Nismo body conversion. Had a bunch of questions about that 240. Probably in the next video or so, once everything thaws completely out and I can actually push it out of the little corner there, I'll push it out into the driveway and give you guys a full walk around, everything wrong with it and everything that's done currently to it, because we're going to be rewriting that entire script of that car after we get done with the FRS and the C6. The C6 has to get done next. It's been 2 years of just sitting after we swapped the LS3 in and did the California Super Coupe's wide body. The car still hasn't even been tuned for the LS3 yet. Not even 1,000 miles on it. It kind of just fell to the wayside, and I want to get that car out and about this year. We kind of started just driving the CTS-V if we wanted to go anywhere and do any kind of car stuff, but I really want my C6 to be done. It is my baby and I have not treated it as such. But let's hop into the purpose of this video. It's going to be kind of a quick one. I already installed everything. We're going to be talking about the GKTech inline hydro setup for the FRS BRZ and GT86. There's like 6 pages of instructions with this kit. There was a couple of them that was sent with it as far as assembling the actual handbrake, the master cylinder, and the handle itself. And then I hopped online to find how to route the hoses, the cables that go to the console and all of that. But I didn't see a video anywhere explaining this handbrake, and it's kind of not really a complicated setup, but it's not as straightforward as just your attached master cylinder to your handbrake, run into the back to dual calipers. It's a little more intricate, so let me just dive in and take you front to back and show you how this thing actually works. All right guys, so hopping in the car, I made a big mistake and I cut out the entire template that they sent, but you was only supposed to cut out where the handle comes through, so that is my fault and that's why it looks that way. But I'm just going to roll with it like that for now. But anyway, if you look down in here, there is a bracket that it comes with that mounts it inside of the console. It bolts to where the regular shifter boot bolted to, and then you bolt your handbrake to it, and it gives you support all through it. Now, coming from that, if you can see, there is a cable right there that is coming out of the handbrake, and that is running to the center console through here. That cable comes back, bolts into the bracket, and then you had to cut this cable down and use this connector to connect it to this little pivot point. The pivot point, whenever you pull that back, activates your master cylinder, and then it functions as a regular hydro after that. So like I said, this is an inline setup. It comes with 2 very long brake hoses. So this one goes to the ABS block off. This one goes to your brake master cylinder. So it is routed through here. I do have this cover, just haven't put it on yet. And then you drill a 1-inch hole right there and put this applied grommet in, and it comes through your firewall. So once it comes through the firewall, it actually comes out of where the steering shaft is, right below it, and runs up to this side of your brake master cylinder. Now from this side of your brake master cylinder, you run the hard line, factory hard line, that you can bend to make fit to this side, which is the furthest part forward of the back side of your ABS block off. So we haven't bled these yet. I'm still installing the brakes back, painted the calipers black just because they were god awful. So hopefully in the next video or so we can get the brakes bled. I still have to do the rears. I'm waiting on all the ISR rear arms to come in from Juku. The USPS, UPS, and FedEx have all been running behind because of the weather. So as soon as all those parts come in, that will probably be the next video. We have to drop the rear diff. We need to install the rear coilovers and install all of those rear arms. And hopefully The drive shaft from Drift Motion will be here maybe this week or next. I had to call and give them measurements, and hopefully it'll be here. That's going to be a big part of the process, because then we can do our trans mount, and then after that, we can bleed our clutch and maybe take that thing for a drive. But guys, I just want to do a quick video, because once I installed that, I realized there's just no videos anywhere that I found on how that handbrake setup is actually ran and installed. I wish I would have filmed the installation, but it took me a long time to figure it out myself. But that is kind of the overview. If you have any questions about it, just drop them in the comments below. Hit me up on Instagram as always. I'm pretty responsive if I see the messages. Sometimes I go to message requests and I don't see them. There's so much spam that comes through these days. But anyway, hit that big thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys on the next video.